Alright, what's up guys, it's your boy DyloPillow. Today I'm going to be checking out the new Injury Reserve album By the Time I Get to Phoenix. This is my first time listening to an Injury Reserve album, but I'm really excited to check it out. I've heard such great things about them. Unfortunately, one of the members did pass away last year, so this is going to be a tough one to listen to for the longtime fans, but it should be an enjoyable experience still. I also want to offer a reaction series to all the previous work. So if this video gets 100 likes, I'm going to go back and start it live from the dentist office, and we'll move from there. So hopefully you guys want to see that. Subscribe if you do, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's check it out. Alright, the opening track is called Outside. Production's pretty interesting so far, definitely different. There's definitely some like abstract stuff to start it off. I don't know if this is like the sound they generally have or not, but this is pretty unique. I've heard some stuff like this, so I wonder who their inspirations were behind this. Sort of has the feel of like a video game, the way it's like building up like this, or a movie. It's a great opening track though. Track 2 is called Superman That. Looks like this one came out as a single, but I haven't heard it. This one's got some JPEG Mafia energy to it. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me. It's a very interesting one. It sounds like something I would have heard on like SoundCloud a few years ago. I've heard so many different types of sounds already on this album. I bet they have a lot of different inspirations. This kind of has like some hyperpop energy to it a little bit. Yeah, so far I can tell we're going to get some abstract production, which I love to see. I think that's important for pushing hip-hop forward, so excited to see what the rest of this sounds like. Track 3 is called SS San Francisco featuring Z-Loopers, who I've not heard before. This now reminds me of like some gorilla stuff. Yeah, so I don't know exactly who's who. I've only heard one Injury Reserve feature, and that was on the track Fetus by Mine, which I really like the song, but I can't tell apart who's who because I didn't really like look at who was who within that song. So you guys can let me know like who's making up the majority of this album, or like what songs who's on, whatever. It's such interesting pacing on the track. Like the flow is cool, but it doesn't necessarily match up directly with the pacing of the song, but somehow it does. It's like very abstract. They kind of are like scary sounding songs a little bit. Like it definitely has that feeling to it. Track 4 is called Footwork in a Forest Fire. That sounds dope already. These drums are definitely different. Like they feel kind of like foreign, or like I don't know what part of the world that like sounds like it's from, but okay. I'm a big JPEG Mafia fan, and that's who this reminds me of. I've already said that once in this video, so it's like, that's a good sign. Usually with his type of sound, it will take a little while to grow on you, so that's what I expect with this, but it's just cool. I like it. Stop, drop, and roll. The layering is nuts. Different like auto-tune and stuff too. This producer is going off. I know one of the 3 members is the producer, and I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, the pacing of the tracks is like my favorite thing. It's so crazy and unique. Like I've not heard anybody start tracks like that or close tracks like that and just completely switch it up and be completely unpredictable in terms of structuring and stuff like that. Like that's very cool. Track 5 is called Ground Zero. Such an eerie sound for real. It's almost like he's just talking and there's a beat going on in the background, like it's That's what abstract hip-hop ends up sounding like sometimes, for sure. They use so many just different sounds in this instrumental, like it's like an atmospheric thing. It's more than just music, I feel like. Track 6 is called Smoke Don't Clear. Yeah, this on that Peggy shit for sure. Overlay's crazy. Sounds so angry too. There's like it's a very stripped back instrumental. There's not a lot happening here, but it's such a atmospheric sound, like I said on the last track, that it's like you feel like you're wherever they are when they're like recording this. Like you feel like you're right next to them. It's so unique. I'm rocking with this one. Definitely different, but I like that. So far, one of my favorite things about this is like they're not following any like rules of hip hop. They're just doing some different stuff, and I think that's super creative. Like having that vision to create something that doesn't like already exist. Although there's some ideas taken from other places, like creating a whole vision, and structure and stuff like that from your own mind is crazy. Being a creative myself, like it's just really cool to see that, because I try to do the same things, maybe not in a reaction video, but like in my album review style. It's just breaking the rules is like a really cool thing. It's never going to be appreciated by as many people, because people like when you follow the rules. It's easier to understand, but for people who are looking for something different, this is like awesome to see. Track 7's called Top Picks for You.
Your pattern's still in place. Algorithm's still in action. Just work as you can.
I feel like we're in some different dimension right now. This is crazy. It's a crazy set of sounds.
I seen that shit working like nothing ever happened. And we will live on, and we won't give up.
I love this sound. This is crazy to me.
Appears to be a shadow. He walks across a room. I see a lot more than seems to be patterns.
It sounds like he's writing a poem, like just speaking a poem. I like that though.
Same patterns that gon' get us through the
This is my favorite one so far. I don't know. I just got really, really sucked into this like whole different reality with this song. I swear, like that was so cool. Track 8 is called Wild Wild West. Are these reversed?
Can you hear me now? Is this thing on?
5G. It's your boy Willie Smith.
This is trippy as fuck.
We putting towers up everywhere. 5G.
Talking about 5G. Going hard on this part. This is different compared to the rest of the deliveries on the album. I hear some inspiration from like Kenny Beats, or just like some similar ideas between him and them. Track 9, Postpartum.
Postpartum. Let's go hard, and we all in. Soak it all in.
It's trippy for sure, but it does follow kind of like a more regular structure in some of the instruments. The reverb is crazy. I feel like this one probably has the potential to be the most popular song off this album, just because it has some more like straightforward structure to it. Did they just sample the Minecraft Villager? I swear I heard that. There's so many different sounds happening on this as well. I've said that like basically about every track. Track 10 is called Knees. Ooh, a little bit of singing.
Because I'm not getting tired of. These niggas might be lying.
We ain't up to speed on that.
The drums are so unique on this track.
No, we ain't got the green light. Ain't growing in.
Oh, don't worry, you gonna grow into those, baby.
We don't want mine, but ain't
Such an interesting vocal mix too. It sounds so distant.
Put them on, let
I ain't on this time.
This is really, really cool. I like this one.
And that's a tough pill to swallow.
I'm not sure I fully understand this track and some of the others, like in terms of a lyrical standpoint and what they fully mean, but I think I'm starting to get this one. They definitely do a good job of connecting like the meaning of the song with the feeling it's supposed to portray with the sounds, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of connection there. That's good, that's important. Track 11, the final track, is called By Storm. Some kind of rock-based sound here. We've heard that a decent amount on this album. I can't like bob my head to the song because the drums are like, the pacing doesn't doesn't match like the flow, which is super interesting. I don't know if they like record with the drum just like fully in there and then remove some of it or something, or they just have the skill to like kind of rap off beat but then also kind of on beat. Like, so unique. I like that though. There's some kind of interesting background sound there at the sample. I don't know what that is. Sounds like cars driving by or something. Alright, well that was By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Injury Reserve. I don't know. It's one of those albums for sure that's going to be hard for me to like fully appreciate it on first listen, I think, because it's pretty abstract. And I think anytime you're listening to an abstract hip-hop album, and it doesn't follow the rules, like I said. It doesn't have like a solidified structure, pacing, anything like that. That is going to be hard for you to your brain just simply to understand on one listen. But something I definitely will be coming back to just to explore some of the things that they tried on this, because there were some things that I don't think I've ever heard before on here. And there are some ideas that I've seen explored before, but it's cool to see them going even further with it. And continuing to push boundaries in hip-hop. I think that's always important to do. Abstract hip-hop is one of my favorite things going forward. Like, what is that going to look like? There's all kinds of different areas of that, whether it's Alchemist or Earl Sweatshirt. You know, even though they work together, they kind of follow. When they do their solo work, they split into some different paths. And there's all kinds of producers out there that are coming into this kind of area as well now, too. So it's really interesting to see, you know, what could happen next. I don't remember the name of the producer for Injury Reserve, but you know, what he will go on to do could be really unique. I feel like he had some pretty different ideas on this that I, you know, really caught my ear, and the performances by the rappers in the group also were pretty unique. Like I said on that last track, the pacing just, like, it didn't really make sense, but somehow it worked. So there's a lot to learn from this album, I think, and even if it never becomes like the most popular thing, which I don't think it will, honestly, there's some things that people will take from this, and it'll inspire others to push that sound and make it even better and more, you know, progress it just in the future. So that's awesome. I think it's important to have albums like that. And thank you to Injury Reserve for creating this for us. And I'm excited to check out their other work. So make sure you guys drop a like on this video so we get to 100 likes and we can start the reaction series to their albums. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.